Драгон кринж. И сегодня мы будем в него играть дальше, потому что гладиолус. Я уже не помню, что это делала, хотя это было буквально вот недавненько. Кто упрекнет меня в том, что я играю в игры, которые давно уже вышли, вообще старые, не модные и так далее? Ёкало мене. Ну не хотите, не смотрите. Но честно, о, сокровище. Карта пути к водопаду. Я из тех людей, у которых высокая тревожность, им нужно просто повторять знакомые уже приятные вещи. Вот я фильмы пересматриваю, сериалы пересматриваю, игры я переигрываю, хоть они старые и давно уже не модные. Хотя, мне кажется, фандом DAI как раз-таки очень модный. По крайней мере, мне такое сложилось впечатление в Твиттере. Сейчас бы тут понять, какое задание вообще надо взять. Ух, сразу тишина, так хорошо, то шум что-то в этом лагере. Так, что тут у нас? Ага, я опять кнопки забыла. Не, я, конечно, не против посадать на варика, но я вообще не это хотела нажать. Жесть вообще. Ну, окей. Типа это так делается. Неуловимый боец. Я хочу вот тут рядом переключиться. Можно? Нет? Тоже типа две опции есть. Ну ладно. Ну ладно. Капец, это кринж. Реально Драгон кринж. И я тоже кринж. Я тут кнопки не могу понять, какие нажимать. Ёкало мене. Окей, вот эта кнопка. Теперь варика надо. Ну, варик вообще-то у нас стрелок, да? Соответственно, вот сюда. Да ё-моё. Когда-нибудь я запомню кнопки. Когда-нибудь, но не сегодня. Кассандра у нас оружие и щит. Ага. Отлично. И что, у нас больше никого нет? Солос у нас еще есть, который любит солиться. Судя по названию. Ты у нас будешь ледяным магом. Потому что я так сказала. Бесконечное собирание ресурсов. Yeah!
The apostates have gone mad with power.
The Templars aren't looking any better here.
А чё у меня меч горит? Это нормально вообще? Так и должно быть. Собирать ресурсы во время битвы — это особое извращение. Ну, я люблю такое. Что, куда? Куда бьем? Неплохо. Я ничего не вижу в этой елке. Ничего не вижу. Вообще, честно, я ебу, куда я иду. Вот сегодня вот как-то после работы, я так на работе устала, так заебалась, честное слово. Вот просто захотелось немножечко побегать. Найденный перекресток. Прекрасно. Не, вообще YouTube что-то на предыдущее видео по Драгон кринжу авторские права страйканул. Я так и не посмотрела даже на что. Ну, чисто ради бога. Потом заменю, скорее всего, на какую-то музыку опять, саундтреки.
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
We are not Templars. We mean you no harm.
Doesn't look like they're listening.
Be ready. More coming our way.
It's done.
Судя по всему, я даже правильно по квесту пришла, хотя я пошла тупо наугад, куда ноги привели. Какая же у меня все-таки классная гномка.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle?
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
What you said to that soldier.
We do not teach that magic is evil. We teach that pride is evil, and does not corrupt only mages. But I did not ask you to come simply to debate
Разумный
with me.
подход.
Then why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
Why don't you stand with the rest of the Chantry?
With no divine, we are each left to our own conscience, and mine tells me this. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
That won't just make it worse?
Because you are not human?
That too?
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Привет зрителю! Привет! Кто бы ты ни был, или кем бы ты ни была.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
И мгновенно, как только я поздоровалась, зритель ушел. Это просто меня расстраивает. Каждый раз в Афиге. Постоянно такое происходит. Как только я здороваюсь, зритель уходит. Хоть не разговаривай. Расстроилась я, короче.
I suppose you're right.
Could be better.
That's the last of the bread. Going to be a long, hungry night.
These people need food?
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now. More likely to find mages than luck.
Good luck.
Luck won't put fat on your ribs.
Could be better.
You there? Can you help my wife? Please, I beg you.
What's wrong with your wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath, like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
Could be better.
It could be weird.
What did I tell you?
Thank you. Yes.
Baker, I hope it's not me.
You're with the Inquisition. Corporal Vale, thanks for your help. The Mages and Templars don't seem to care who gets caught in their war. The refugees here are in dire need of help. If the war doesn't kill them, cold or starvation will.
What other problems do these refugees face?
We've got some injuries that go beyond stitches and Elfrid. I know healers are in short supply, but if you can find someone in Redcliffe to help us, it would save a lot of lives.
What can you tell me about the man who's supposed to be getting horses for the Inquisition?
Horsemaster Dennett. He lives on a farm to the west. Tough old fella. We haven't heard from him. Best we can tell, he's holed up until the Mages and Templars are done killing each other.
Is there anything we can do to help people deal with the cold?
I asked the Inquisition to send blankets. You'd think I was asking for a wagon of raw lyrium. A recruit named Whittle is trying to make what we can bring in last. If you have any ideas, talk to him across the road.
You were concerned about refugees starving?
Yes. Many of them brought food, but they expected to be home by now, or safe in a city. There's a hunter up the hill who had some ideas.
Farewell.
And you as well.
Продолжаю идти наугад. Зрители продолжают заходить и выходить. Все без изменений. Полечимся. Вот тут это финдифлюшка. Черепушка.
Who placed a skull out here? And for what purpose?
Терпеть не могу искать эти осколки, вечно от последнего никогда не найдешь. Ну, тут как раз все было неплохо. Ой, ай-яй. О, понятно. Ну блин, где этот осколок? Он же явно в доме в этом. Гномье рукоделие. Ну и я не вижу ничего. Ага. Ой, там еще что лежит?
Interesting. I cannot say what it is, but there must be a reason the skull illuminated the object.
Приветствую зрителя. Надеюсь, хоть и этот зритель от меня не уйдет и поздоровается. Ай. второй зритель. Приветствую всех зрителей. Я буду очень рада, если вы со мной поздороваетесь. Я вас всегда поприветствую индивидуально. А мы тут в Драгон кринж балуемся. Можете рассказать мне, какая ваша любимая часть Драгон кринжа, если вы хоть когда-нибудь играли в эту игру? А если нет, то советую первую часть. На любом компе пойдет, даже старенький. Ну, конечно же, игра называется не Драгон кринж, а Драгон Age. Да кого бьете? Он же давно сдох. Нахуй тут магичить. Но если зрители стесняются разговаривать, то хоть лайки ставьте. Но вообще стесняться нечего. Я не кусаюсь. У нас тут своя атмосфера. Я люблю поговорить. Да ну вас. Это в смысле про хромовника. Обожаю собирать не вовремя, короче, лук. Ну что поделать. Понятно, все зрители распугались и ушли. Крепость магов-отступников. Устал от того, что безмозглые идиоты сковывают тебя своим страхом? Приходи в Ведьмин лес, следуй за знаками. Здесь мы свободны в своем ремесле, здесь мы можем стать новыми богами, какими всегда были на самом деле. Письмо написано размашистым, взволнованным почерком, без подписи. Сектант ёбаный. Кажется, я здесь уже была.
It is good to see the Inquisition helping the refugees. It seems no one else will.
Лагерь храмовников. Братья, прислушайтесь к глазу Создателя, ниспославшего нам долг наш, уничтожить этих махов. Подняв восстание, они сами лишили себе права на жизнь. Они не люди, и любые приказы, в которых говорится о прекращении этой справедливой и праведной битвы, лживы. Это испытание, посланное им, чтобы они различали мы верующих и глупцов. Наш лагерь у западной дороги, вступайте на все ряды, садитесь за правое дело. Ну, сектанты еще одни. Все ясно, понятно. Что одни, что другие. А что тут лежит? А, осколочек.
Perhaps the Inquisition could determine the nature of these objects.
где хоть какой-нибудь лут? Это что такое вот? Здесь лут. Сага о Тирде яркая секира. Не хочу читать. Ага, понятно. Да бля. Сага о Тирде яркая секира, песня 5. Чуть не по порядку. Да что, опять не заскочила, ну.
Time since the renegade Templars faced a mage of any talent.
Redcliffe Village should be just ahead.
The village is off limits. There's been too much fighting between Templars and mages. Take it elsewhere.
We're not with the Templars or the mages. We're agents of the Inquisition.
A dwarf? Of course you are. And I'm Andraste, come back from the dead. If you're from the Inquisition, prove it. Until then, the gates stay closed.
We're not here to cause trouble.
Then you can leave. Easiest way not to cause trouble, isn't it? The gates stay shut until I get orders otherwise. Move along.
Тут я навернула, конечно, кружочек.
I'm in the ass end of nowhere now. No!
уже были.
No normal wolf would fight with such determination.
The breach may have driven them mad. Or perhaps a demon took command of the pack.
Чё бодаешься? Дурачок? Да сколько можно? Они тут что, бесконечные? Где эти сраные отступники в ведьмином лесу? Я хожу в ведьмином лесу, отступники есть, но задание не засчитывается. Я должна найти каких-то конкретных отступников. О, походу я их нашла. Ловушки дурацкие. А, блин, это соло, сука. Что здесь происходит? Да ну, блин, прям взорвалась сразу, этот пидор сразу свалил.
Apostate's dead. Refugees should have an easier time on the King's Road.
I believe the renegade Templars still present a problem, however.
Что тут у вас есть? Оникс. Оникс хорошо. Я не помню, для чего оно там надо было, но я помню, его очень много надо было потом найти. Я ебу, что мигает. Походу вот эти сокровища. Хз. В принципе, раз такое дело, можно сделать fast travel куда-нибудь. Да, возможно, можно просто найти этот лагерь. Да и там сохранимся. Ай, опять. Как они меня заебали. Хотя, судя по всему, тот лагерь, который я хотела открыть, он вообще в каких-то ебенях находится. Я до него не добегу. Он сверху там, наверное, в Редклифе. Ясно, понятно. Тогда все-таки fast travel. Да. Путешествие. Ну хватит уже путешествовать. Можно уже было напутешествоваться. Можно еще сделать апгрейд. А мне апгрейдить-то особо нечего. Чисто по варику. Пройдемся.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses. I heard Seeker Pentagast might try to acquire suitable mounts from Master Dennett in the hinterlands.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harriet, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Goodbye.
Right.
Что у них там за танцы? Тренер, типа. Кусандра. Ой, не-не-не.
I think you need practice dummies made of sturdier stuff.
That would be nice.
Like maybe iron.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life. One day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool, and they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here than we can see. And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
You don't think I'm the Herald of Andraste?
I think you were sent to help us. I hope you were. But the Maker's help takes many forms. Sometimes it's difficult to discern who it truly benefits, or how.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them.
Ну, камера прям заебись.
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I? My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
Can't say I'm not grateful to hear that.
I can be harsh, I know. You've said you believe you're chosen. Does that mean you believe in the Maker?
Я всегда отыгрывала неверующую, так что в этот раз... Хотя...
You're asking a dwarf?
You're a surface dwarf. I've known some, like Varric, who... I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
See reason.
You're the one they're calling the Herald.
It rather rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
No. Your people believe in the stone and have never been friendly to the Chantry. I did not join the Order to adjust my faith so easily. But I appreciate what the Inquisition is trying to do, and your role in it. Though you may find not many Templars do. We're a distrustful lot by nature.
How did you come to be a Templar?
It seemed the right thing to do. My family are tradesfolk in Denerim. I could have become a cobbler like my father, but this seemed better. It's a chance to uphold the Chantry's laws and help the mages through a troubled time.
Not every Templar feels that way.
I know. Power can corrupt. It's a delicate balance. One person trying to do something can make a difference. You should keep that in mind, Harold.
I will talk to you later.
Walk in the Maker's grace.
И кто такой? Жаль, нельзя перепрыгнуть через забор. Как же было бы заебато. Непонятно, что это было, ну ладно.
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow, in their blood.
I said you could call me that, Scout Elaine. I never said it's my name.
You're a bit terrifying,
Why? Because you're realising that every elf you casually call knife here might have a life you know nothing about.
I was hoping you'd forgotten about that.
As there is but in this line of work, we can afford to forget
One
nothing.
life, one death. There is but one. Listen wants to know if you have anything to make count.
Been a while since I built one of these. Pray to the maker that I never have to build another.
I guess the maker paid you as much attention as he pays everyone else.
We'll need some of your cloth for bandages.
And how? Good day. Or good as it could be with the sky ripped apart.
Can I see what you have for sale?
Of course. My wares are at the table. Need something?
Can I ask you something, Varric?
You want to talk about me? I'm flattered. Also inclined toward extravagant lies.
How do you and Cassandra know each other?
You heard about the Kirkwall Chantry being destroyed? The guy responsible used to be a friend of mine. The Seeker had questions about that, and I had answers.
Are you from Ferelden? Or Ley?
Free Marches, born and raised in Kirkwall. And despite whatever you've heard, no, Kirkwall's not that bad.
I'm not clear on your line of work. You're a merchant?
I'm a businessman. My family has a seat in the Dwarven Merchants Guild. Merchants buy and sell goods. Businessmen buy and sell stores. In my spare time, I manage a spy network, and occasionally, I write books.
If you run a spy network, why is Liliana our spy master?
To be honest with you, she's just a better spy master. The truly great ones can keep their distance. They don't get attached to their people. Me, I always wind up babysitting my informants and worrying about their families. We're in better hands with her.
What sort of shops do you own?
Actually, we don't own shops. That was just an example. Mostly we invest in money lenders. Auction houses, a few mercenary companies, a couple of smithies. I think we own half a beet plantation in Ravane somewhere. Most of that's my brother's doing. Bartrand had business sense. Not much tact, but loads of business sense.
You're an author. What kind of books have you written?
I've tried my hands at a few genres. My crime serials are my most popular. Hard in Hightown, guards breaking the rules to get things done. The Tale of the Champion is the most famous thing I've written, or infamous maybe. I started a romance serial once, Swords and Shields, but to be honest, I don't have a knack for romances. Most of my stories end in tragedy. Probably that says something unfortunate about me personally.
Where did you get that crossbow? I've never seen one like it.
Bianca? She's one of a kind. There's a hidden shop in Kirkwall called the Black Emporium. I found her in a barrel labeled swag. The owner sold her to me for a ham sandwich and a pair of yellow ruffled pants.
Who is she named for?
I can't tell you.
And the reason for that is...
Complicated. It's the one story I'll never tell. We just have to leave it at that.
Thanks, Varric.
No problem.
When will you be able to get us the crafters?
When they're ready. Piss off. Can I help you with something?
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Это вроде задание на
Can I help
нее.
you with something?
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Странно. Что за вся толпа?
Your kind killed the most holy. Lies. Your kind let her die. Shut your mouth, mate!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
I feel sun to come is fire in the end of time.
Красивая песня.
Got the door again, Melissa. I don't know how it keeps breaking.
Яйцеголовый.
Closing the breach is our primary goal. But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it. Any artifact of such power is dangerous. The destruction of the Conclave proves that much.
You don't think whatever created the explosion was destroyed in the blast?
You survived, did you not? The artifact that created the breach is unlike anything seen in this age.
А ему, кстати, не
I
холодно
will
на снегу
not
стоять
believe
без
it
обуви?
destroyed until I see the shattered fragments with my own eyes.
We would do well to try to recover whatever created the breach.
Liliana's people have scoured the area near the blast and found nothing. Whatever the artifact was, it is no longer there. In any case, did you need me for anything?
What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your mark allows you to exert some control over the breach. That means it was created deliberately.
I'd like to know more about the veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
It sounds like it would be wonderful.
And dangerous. But yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them, if not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
I don't know. The Inquisition seems about as functional as any young family.
How many families are on the verge of splitting into open warfare with themselves?
Yes, because that would never happen to the Chantry.
Centuries of tradition will guide us. We are not the upstart, eager to turn over every apple cart.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay.
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Val Royeaux, however.
The Mages and Templars are fighting, even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
Exactly why all this should be left to a new Divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
Божечки, какая маленькая.
Well, let's hope we find solutions, and not a cathedral full of chancellors.
The stuff of nightmares.
Mock, if you will. I'm certain the Maker is less amused.
I will keep the peace, while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
Apothecary Adon will have more poultices for the injured as soon as possible.
How fares your quest to seal the breach?
I'm doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
I appreciate your insight, Mother Giselle.
Take it for whatever it is worth. You walk a difficult path, and there is little enough I can do to aid you. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
The Inquisition cannot remain impassive if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Kadash, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
Interesting, considering the Inquisition was begun by the left and right hands of the Divine.
I've seen no written records from Sister Liliana or Seeker Pentacus that Justinia approved the Inquisition.
If you won't take her at her word, I'm afraid Seeker Pentagast must challenge him to a duel.
What?
It is a matter of honor among the Navarrans. Shall I arrange the bout for tonight?
No. No. Perhaps my reaction to the Inquisition's presence was somewhat hasty.
We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, Trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the Durellians actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the Durellions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I'm so pleased the Marquis isn't tossing us out into the cold.
His Grace is only the first of many dignitaries we must contend with.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas' politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done.
Yes. Good. You're the Herald. Or, well, the one they're calling the Herald, anyway. I hope the Inquisition can restore order soon. I never really wanted to leave the Circle. My name is Maeve. I research demons and other creatures. Seeker Pentagast and I use what I find to help the soldiers fight them.
I found something the demons left behind. Can you use it?
Yes, that's very helpful. Just leave it there and the Tranquil and I will examine it.
In this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost.
Has Cassandra spoken to you about my new recruits?
They are not your recruits, Commander. They're ours.
At your service.
Let's see what we have.
Having the herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the herald.
Let's ask her.
What can they do is just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through. The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald!
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition. They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people? From us? Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
Ну и с этого места мы продолжим в следующий раз. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь. И до встречи в следующей серии.